Chapter 10, The Other Civil War. This chapter mainly focuses on the time period early 1800s to late 1800s. And this chapter almost seems like it has too much information to cover regarding inequality, changes, and just everything going crazy in the U.S. at the time. This chapter seems to have a big focus on inequality and inequalities that people were just really starting to not notice, but starting to act on for sure. This then talks about some particular incidents, for example, the one with Thomas Dorr in 1841. He's a lawyer who basically made his own constitution, and he had some followers. And this constitution basically abolished laws that required voters to own land in Rhode Island, which happened to be the only state at the time that didn't grant universal suffrage to all white men. Now, things obviously didn't end up working out well for Dorr, as he was arrested and jailed, but he really became kind of a martyr to workers that wanted to own land, and he helped start a big movement in the 1800s. Dorr was a role model because he stood up for what he believed in concerning land, property, and jobs. And there was a lot of reason to be angry in the country at this time, because around this time, a lot of new things were being introduced, such as like the train, telegraph, canals, and everything like that. And along with all those things came a lot of lower wages for citizens, but more work hours, which obviously would not make them happy. Therefore, the 19th century really was a period of strikes and little uprisings, or big uprisings actually, because people were actually taking it seriously at the time. Like in 1835, there was a massive strike organized in Philadelphia, which people believed they should have 10-hour work days, which I know that doesn't sound like that good right now, but at the time that was much less than what they were working a day back then. As time went on, around about 1860, like the labor movement was stronger than ever. People were actually coming together. Women were going on strike along with men for fair wages and fair job hours. People were basically finally taking a stand during this time in U.S. history. Mainly during this time, the North was going to hell because all of their factories were just going berserk in a word sense, because people didn't want to work, and factories were basically becoming hell houses for anyone who stepped in there. This chapter focused mainly on bigger issues and more internal issues within our country, and this was probably the most chaotic chapter that I read, because this is how much things I saw that were wrong with our country, and I really wanted to see how we got out of it.